So here's the thing. Everything I know about Dr. Amy Robinson is in these notes. That's not the problem. The problem is I can't just call her up and start asking about Ashton or Rosie. Even if one of them is sick, there's doctor-patient confidentiality. She's not going to just hand over information to a stranger. And it's not like I'm officially a Bradford. Not yet. I can't use that. So I need another way in, a different angle. Cole, of course. Cole might know something. Hi, excuse me. I'm looking for Cole. I'm a friend. He's in his office, right this way.
I can't go this weekend. It's my best friend's wedding. Someone's here. Gotta go. Tell Dad I said hi.
He's inside. Thank you.
Tessa? What are you doing here?
I need to ask you something about Ashton.
Sounds serious. Is something wrong?
Look, before I ask, I need you to promise me this stays between us.
Wait a second. Is this gonna get me into trouble?
Of course not. Because neither of us is going to say anything to Ashton about this.
I don't know, Tess. I don't keep things from him. He's my best friend.
Even if it's about his health?
His health? What are you talking about?
Promise me.
Okay, I promise. This stays between us.
All right. So, I found a business card that fell out of Ashton's pocket. It belongs to a doctor.
A doctor?
Yes, an oncologist.
Oncologist, that means...
Cancer.
Oh my God. And you came here to ask if he's sick?
Yes, obviously. Is he? Because if he is, I don't understand how he could keep something this big from me, right before our wedding.
He didn't say anything to me, but let me ask you something. If he is sick, do you still love him? I mean, isn't that part of the whole wedding vow thing, in sickness and in health?
Of course I love him, no matter what. But it's different if he's been lying, keeping secrets. How am I supposed to love someone who won't even be honest with me about his own condition?
Tessa, if he's sick, no matter how serious, he would have told me. But only after he told you first. He loves you. He wouldn't lie about something like that.
Then who's Dr. Robinson?
Wait, did you say Dr. Robinson? Dr. Amy Robinson?
Yes, that's the name. Dr. Amy Robinson. You know her?
Oh no, what's going on with Ashton?
Cole, look at me. Focus. Who is Dr. Amy Robinson?
Okay, promise me you won't tell Ashton you heard this from me.
I thought we already agreed this conversation doesn't reach Ashton.
Tessa, promise me.
Fine, I promise. Who is she?
Dr. Amy Robinson is, well, she's Ashton's ex.
His ex? You don't think he's, cheating, do you?
I don't know, Tess. If he were cheating, it'd be pretty stupid to carry his ex's business card around in his pocket.
Yeah, that does sound stupid. But it's still possible. How much do you know about Amy?
Well, she was the girlfriend he had before you. If I remember right, they broke up about a year before he started dating you.
How serious was it?
If you're asking me, from the outside they didn't seem that close. Ashton was always at the office, and Amy was basically always at the hospital. They barely saw each other. It was almost like...
Almost like me and Ashton.
Yeah, but hey, at the end of the day, Ashton proposed to you, didn't he? That's a good sign. You two aren't going to end up like him and Amy.
But Cole, that still doesn't answer why Ashton kept Amy's card. How did they break up? What happened?
That's the part I don't know. Ashton never told me. I think, if you want answers, you're going to have to ask Amy yourself.
Wait, you actually think it's a good idea to contact her? If Ashton is cheating with her, she'll just tell him.
If that happens, and I really hope that's not what's going on, then at least you'd have a reason to call off the wedding. Look, Ashton's my best friend, but that doesn't mean I'd be okay with him cheating, especially not right before his wedding.
All right, I guess I'll call her. Thanks, Cole, you're a good friend. Hi, good morning. Am I speaking with Dr. Amy Robinson? This is she, and who am I talking to? My name is Tessa Miller. Wait, Tessa Miller, as in Ashton's fiance? Yeah, you know who I am? Oh, of course. Gossip travels fast. I'm Ashton's ex, so naturally the news about you two getting married eventually found its way to me. Listen, Miller, I can't stay on the phone long. I'm still working. If there's something you want to talk about, can you come to the hospital? Maybe over lunch? What do you say?
Oh, okay. Which hospital are you at?
Hackensack University Medical Center in Hackensack, New Jersey.
New Jersey?
Blacktop, borderlines bleeding in the morning, cold wind, cold coffee, cold comfort, everything I own, packed in the backseat, tight left.
I don't know what I expected to find in New Jersey, but I guess I have no other choice.
I am free. Where we going? I don't know. Where we going? I don't know. Just let the wheels roll. Let the wheels roll. Keep moving. Don't stop the motion. Don't stop the motion. Oh, oh, far away. Oh, 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 far away. Oh, 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 far away. Oh, 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 far away.
That's right. Ashton came to see me a few days ago. I don't know what was going through his mind, but he invited me to his wedding. Before he left, he asked for my business card. I don't know what for. Wait, you don't think we're having an affair, do you?
I don't know. If you were having an affair, would you admit it?
Of course not. That defies the purpose of cheating. But would I invite you to lunch if I was sleeping with your fiancé? That's a fair point. Maybe a little confused. First, I thought he was sick. Then when I found out you're his ex, I got anxious.
You have nothing to worry about, Miller. Ashton and I didn't even love each other.
Let me guess. Rosie set you two up? Bullseye. I came from a family of doctors, and, not to brag, I have a pretty good reputation in New York. Rosie saw that as an asset. Long story short, she arranged a dinner with my father, offered a recurring donation to the hospital, and subtly slipped in the information that Ashton was single. You know where that was going.
So what happened?
Ashton and I both realized we didn't love each other. Ashton, ever the obedient son, didn't dare do much about it. Me, on the other hand, I'm a little more rebellious. So I was the one who ended it. Not long after, my father told me Rosie stopped the hospital donation. But that's not all. Rosie also used her connections on the hospital board to transfer me to New Jersey. Quietly, of course. The official reason was staff rotation. But I knew it was revenge for daring to leave her son. Wow. I knew Rosie was a little intense, but I didn't think she'd do something like that. And after all that, Ashton still invited you to the wedding? What was he thinking?
I have no idea. But I'm definitely not coming. No offense. None taken. I have to say, though, something about the way Ashton acted when he came to see me felt strange.
Strange how? He seemed relaxed, calm, like he was the one in control, not the Ashton I know who's usually stiff and awkward. Honestly, I was relieved to see him like that. Maybe you're the one who changed him, Miller. I don't know. I feel like something's wrong with him. Because usually, even with me, Ashton always seemed tense. But his behavior has changed ever since.
Ever since what?
Ever since time started moving backward.
Miller, ever since what?
Oh, sorry. Ever since we started preparing for the wedding. See? That means he really has changed because of you. Don't overthink it. By the way, how's Rosie treating you? Firm and controlling, but nothing I can't handle.
Is that a code for you bow down to her?
Lately, no. Let's just say I did something that's going to make her furious. You'd see it if you came to the wedding.
I'm not coming. I know, it's okay.
But good for you, standing up to her. Someone has to. You don't want to end up like Kim.
Who's Kim?
You don't know about Kim? Kimberly Pierce, the ex before me. What Rosie did to me is nothing compared to what she did to her. I heard the story from one of Kim's friends who used to work with me in New York.
What happened to her?
Unlike me, Ashton and Kim actually loved each other. Kimberly had this small bakery in New York called Kim's Sweet Corner. Humble place, nothing fancy, but I hear the cupcakes were pretty good. But I guess in Rosie's eyes, Kim wasn't good enough for the Bradford family name. She was fiercely against the relationship. Suddenly, Kim's bakery got hit with legal trouble, unexpected health inspections, then a small lawsuit from a supplier claiming they hadn't been paid, even though Kim was sure she'd already paid them in full. It all happened in rapid succession. She had to close the shop. There was no direct evidence, but the main suspect was, of course, Rosie. Not long after the bakery closed, Kim broke up with Ashton and left New York without saying goodbye. Oh my God. Did Ashton ever confront Rosie about any of this? How would I know? Oh, right. Of course. And where is Kimberly now? Back when I was still in New York, her friend said she moved to Chicago. But that was a long time ago. I don't know if she's still there. I don't think she told Ashton where she went either. You said Kim and Ashton really loved each other. Do you think Ashton still loves her, even now? I don't know. You're the one he's marrying, not Kim. So he must love you, right? Now I'm not so sure. If Ashton had a second chance with Kim, maybe he'd choose to be with her. Be careful, Miller. You sound like you're about to make a decision you'll regret. Just focus on your wedding. Marrying someone who doesn't love me, that's the decision I'd regret. So I need to know the truth. What are you going to do? Ask Ashton directly? You think he'd admit it, even if it were true? I don't know. But I have to try something, right? Once again, be careful. Standing your ground and fighting back are two different things. If you're planning to play with fire around Rosie, at least make sure you don't burn yourself. I'll find a way. Thank you, Dr. Robinson. You're pretty cool. You're pretty cool too, Miller. But just because we're friends now doesn't mean I'm coming to your wedding. I know. Now I get it. This was never about my wedding. It was never about me at all. It's about not letting Rosie get away with what she did to her own son. Ashton has spent his whole life being managed, manipulated, molded into whatever his mother wanted him to be. He lost Kimberly because Rosie couldn't stand losing control. And I know, that somewhere inside him, Ashton is still that man who loved someone with his whole heart. He just forgot how to fight for himself.
Give me back the minutes. Give me back the minutes. Nothing belongs to me. Nothing belongs to me.
So maybe I have to fight for him, not to marry him, but to free him. I love Ashton, I really do, but love isn't possession. Sometimes love means giving someone back their life even if you don't get to be in it. And Rosie doesn't get to win. Not this time. Amy was right about one thing. I have to be careful with Rosie, which means I need a plan. But for now, I have to make sure I woke up on the 12th in the right place. I don't know why on the 12th I woke up on the couch instead of in my bed, and without pants, but I have to keep the timeline running the way it's supposed to. So I guess that's what I'll do.
Gravity pulls at my bones, my brittle bones. The debt collector stays parked outside. He never sleeps, he never blinks, he never leaves.